Hey everybody, it is Molar Mauler, and if Pharaoh is going to send you to the toilet bowl of the Empire to get you to clean things up in the crappiest place on earth, you might as well name your town Behdet. Actually, I think it's Behdet, and this is where we will be finishing the Archaic era of the new expansion. We need 2,500 people, 15 culture, 20 prosperity. We have to build a medium mastaba, and we need a kingdom rating of 45. So this is a navy map. Sure looks like a navy map, but look at all that ore. Oh, and there is some water. There's something we can do with this ore. We can mine gold. This is going to be fun. But it doesn't come without its problems. We need to get a village palace as close to these mines as we can. Probably somewhere around here. And that's a bit of a long walk for the gold miners. And we're going to struggle to get water to our housing. Well, let me think. Well, it took me a lot of thinking, but this is what I think. I'll have a house here that supplies all of the mines. They'll have reasonable access to the village palace. And I'm going to share a water supply between a small senator block and a medium senator block. As long as the water carrier goes both ways, we should be able to cover everybody with water, and also with basic services like the physician, the tax collector, and the bazaar. I don't think I've ever used this configuration before. I'm kind of excited about it. We should be able to get a lot of population down here without a lot of employment. We're going to be really efficient. There are no courthouses in this mission, so we're going to put a temple to each of the gods. We'll put down 2 shrines to Ra, and that'll cover both gods to a population of 750. And I know we have limited demons, and this is a weird time to be working on aesthetics, but these gold mines are going to be a disaster for us when it comes to desirability. So we're going to plaza things up while we can, and hopefully this house will reach a reasonable level of evolution. We're going to place down the rest of our housing, and then we'll put as many gold mines as we can without going too far into debt. Puts us into our bonus funds. Let's see how many gold mines we can get down without going into debt, and then we'll start running the game. Just gonna turn off the bazaar and the village palace and the tax collector. And it looks like the mines are starting to come online. And we'll just add gold mines as Debens and employment allows. Let's check to see what the water carrier is doing. He's making his rounds one way. I sure wouldn't mind if this was upgraded though, so he'll send out 2. Get the village palace and the tax collector going. And that's a fair amount of gold already. And a lot of unemployment. I'm going to see if I can upgrade the water carrier. There it is. And we'll add some more gold mines down. Still a lot of unemployment. See what we can do with the rest of this. I don't think that's gonna happen. But it looks like things are happening whether we want it or not, so let's see if we can spend some of these demons and not get caught with our pants down for the rest of the mission. I just paused, prettied things up, found a way to squeeze one extra gold mine into the layout. We have 36 of them now, and I just took a lay of the land. I'm not doing so well with city sentiment. I'm not doing very well with migration. Going to have to do something about my taxes. Let's lower it down to 5 and let's give everybody a raise, and hopefully they'll be happy enough to have some immigrants come to town when I lay down some more housing. I really let myself get caught up in watching the gold mines, and I let a lot of time go by. Things are happening in the world and I am not ready, although I am really, really proud of this little area here that we've set up. Decided that nobody is getting beer, so we're going to use the floodplains here to do chickpeas, and hopefully that will feed these first 2 blocks I've got set up, and the one that I've set up here to do the dock and the shipwright and a little bit of the navy. I've set up a ferry to go across to the other side of the river where we've got some good shoreline. I'll probably feed this little block with fish, and I'll set up the rest of the navy here. Since I'm doing so well with money, I'm just going to go nuts and set up both these housing blocks, and then I'm going to get started on pottery to see if I can make that request. That's 4 and 7 for pottery. There, I think I like this setup. We're getting some pottery hitting the storage yard, so we might be able to make that request, and people are moving into town. Look how fast our demons have climbed. 36 gold mines. Just noticed my bazaar lady is buying my pottery, so I'm gonna have to stockpile it. I'm gonna try to get these guys fed pretty quick. Let's open up someplace that'll give us wood and copper and start bringing it in. We can use Perwadget as a source of bricks. We don't need Menepher, because I don't think we're going to be doing a lot in terms of exports, if anything. And I don't think we'll open Necken either. Such is the power of gold. We have the money to just bring weapons in, so I might open Timna, just so we don't have to think about weaponsmiths, and we can get started on infantry forts right away. We'll get that dock down. And we'll just accept all. We'll accept wood and weapons here. And I'd really like to get these guys fed. I think 3 ought to do it. And I think it might be a really good idea to start spamming raw. Because we just took that kingdom rating hit. Get the blessing train rolling with him. And I think we might bring in some entertainment and then get started on the military. We're going to have to import that, or else we're going to miss it. Does anybody sell us beer? Neckin'. And we're going to have to accept it here at the warehouse. And get back to putting down our entertainment. And we just got a blessing from Ra. Oh, and we're going to get a gift of bricks. Things are coming along, except for the military. And I believe the city is on autopilot. So we're just going to speed up the game. Our culture is poor. Hopefully, as these venues get entertainers, will be better. Let's plan for grade goods. There aren't any. So as soon as the monument is done, we will be out of this mission. I wonder if we're going to get any attacks. Hey, we are going to get attacked. I'm excited. We're having a hard time keeping up with chickpeas, so I think I'm going to switch off of chickpeas here and on to fish, where we seem to be having a bit of a surplus. And hopefully we can stabilize this housing block with respect to food. I'm going to hold a festival for Osiris just to see if we can get the blessing train going with some Osiris blessings too. And I'm going to soak up a little bit of unemployment with some work camps. Like most military missions in the new campaigns, if you are efficient, you can usually finish the mission before you have too much to do with the military. Just look at all that gold mine traffic. We've got almost 100,000 demons in the bank right now. And in 1 month, we're going to have a fight. I think we're ready for them. It's 6 versus 2. We lost one. We can rebuild. And it looks like one of the Nubians made it to shore. I feel kind of guilty. We lost 2 infantry though. that was one super tough Nubian. So now we're just waiting on this bad boy, which is 75% complete. We need 8,000 bricks. We should be finished with Behdet pretty soon. I'd like to think that we've got the population stabilized here now. It looks like our housing blocks are doing a little bit better. And it doesn't look like the market lady is going across to get any fish. I'm just going to get half a storage yard. And see if we can get these guys fed before the end of the mission.
Pharaoh is pleased. You have mastered the seas and river, and make good use of the resources they offer. The mighty navy you built patrols the waterways, securing our borders.
Well, we didn't finish as strong as I wanted. I ended up having this block not get any food, but we did manage to get this block refed. I think we're done here. Just giving us both one last look at this little miracle down here. Pretty happy the way we managed to do all of this with just one set of buildings, supplying 2 senator blocks. And 36 gold mines is nothing to sneeze at. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the Old Kingdom.